Hello, it's the Cosmic Diva. I hope you're all well. I know it's taken me a few days. I got really absorbed in some deep knowledge, and I've just been absorbing it and enjoying it. For anyone seeking grounding and knowledge and guidance and keys to empowerment, keys to manifestation, you can access information 24/7 on www.libertyradio.org. I've recently turned my radio station into strictly knowledge and keys and books and wisdom that have changed my life and have the power to give us what we need to navigate this mad, crazy world. Today I've come to talk about discernment. I'm learning a lot from Twitter, let me just say that. I came on there and I saw all these beautiful people talking all these great things, and I thought to myself, wow, there's all these amazing, awakened, wonderful people, and it was just really inspiring. And, you know, over the course of the month that I've been around, I've seen people turn into completely different people, and one minute they're talking about love, the next minute they're talking about hate and oppressors and supremacy and all of these things, and trying to spread more divide, and one minute they're spouting wisdom from the ancients, and the next minute they're dividing us more and filling people with anger and depression, and I can sit and watch. I can watch someone come on and be full of light and inspiration, and watch them add a person, and within a day they are completely angry and pissed off and become very shut down and separated, and it's shocking at times. It's been shocking for me just to take note of some of the people I've watched play some of these games. It's really sad because these people have so much power, and then they're using it to divide people and keep them trapped in the past and trapped in their negative emotions, rather than using it to uplift people and empower them. I mean, it's important to know history. It's important to be aware of the things that have happened in the world. It's important to acknowledge the bad things that have happened, but we cannot change them by staying trapped in those negative emotions. I just played Masaru Emoto's The Hidden Messages in Water, and it's one of the many talks that has broached the power of words and the power of our emotions, and how our emotions poison ourselves and poison each other, and it's crazy because when I can feel these people projecting negativity at me, and when people are projecting all of those emotions at you and they trigger those emotions within you, they are poisoning you. I'm starting to call them the polluters. They are poisoning you, and they are wounding you, and they are poisoning and wounding themselves. And that is not a place of empowerment. It's not an area, it's not a place that's going to bring us above the chaos in this world. Some of the talks I've played recently also talk about the fact that it's those emotions that are affecting this world, that it's all of our chaos and anger and hatred that's causing natural disasters. It's all of our anger and chaos and hatred that is fueling wars and unrest and violence. So I think it's very important to be discerning of the kind of energies we are allowing in our lives. It's okay to be angry. I understand that. I'm angry about a lot of things too. The system tried to kill me. It had me, through the food supply and vaccines and all sorts of things. I mean, I was essentially harming my own children unknowingly because of the lies and the evil that is going on in the world. So it's not that we don't need to acknowledge what's going on, but also we need to stop feeding it. We need to stop empowering the negativity, because we are only feeding those energies and making those situations worse, while also making those systems more powerful. And I mean, just test it. I mean, I know that many of you know these different groups of people, ones that are all about unity and love and that are very open to each other and receptive to each other, and the ones that flip-flop from love to hate any given day. It's like watching the news. Give those people a few days and just sit and absorb the energy and the thoughts that those people are putting forth. You can do this with the news also, and its propaganda and its hate and its fear and all of that. And then switch it off for a minute. And then just focus on communicating and resonating with the people that are on a more positive vibration, and that are not separating one another, and that are being receptive to each other, and that are growing in knowledge and wisdom, and that knowledge and wisdom is not spreading more hate and more separation and more supremacy or superiority or any of that. And just take note in your vibration and pay attention. And then also, in that frame, take note of how your outer world changes around you. How your anger and your frustration and your fears, and then all of a sudden the whole world around you becomes one of less and lack and fear, and you're sensing, lots of things from people because you're creating that in your reality. When you start to struggle within because of these people that are projecting you with all of these negative thoughts and ideas and fears, you begin to create that in your outside world. And when you stay focused on the positive people who give you hope and inspiration and drive you towards creating a different reality, you will start to see that your reality changes. Hopelessness is counterproductive. We live in a mad world, and yes, sometimes it seems like there's no way out, but there is, okay? I mean, I was at a point once where I could have ended it. I didn't want to be here anymore. And somehow I got to a place that at that time I never could see. I couldn't see the possibility of it. But I got here because I remained hopeful. I started to have gratitude for the struggles. I started to learn the lessons that I was trying to be taught. And it changed my whole reality. So be very careful when you're letting these negative people impact you and make you angry. Be aware of the emotions that these people keep pulling you back into. I mean, yes, it's important to research history. It's important to acknowledge it. It's important to get angry about it and deal with the emotions of the past. But it's also important to move forward and to be determined to do something different. Stop programming each other with the same programs from the past that have created all the ugliness that you're angry about. That's not going to get us anywhere. It really is not. We can talk all day about oppression. We can talk all day about hatred. We can start oppressing one another because of that. We can start judging one another because of that. But that's not changing things. That's repeating history. To change things, we have to learn to accept one another. We have to say, you know what, we're not that different. We have to say, yes, you have your struggles and I have my struggles, and even though they're different, they're similar. They come from the same problems.